Some of you are stuck, you don't know what to do, you're always hungry, you're never satisfied, and you just can't seem to get that six pack. So many people get it wrong, so many people. So just listen to this video, and if you follow everything I teach you in this video, I can 100% guarantee you that you will finally feel full, you'll finally feel satisfied, and you will finally develop that lean, nice aesthetic body. I wasted the first 2 years in the gym training completely wrong, following the wrong nutrition advice. You know, I was going outside doing so much cardio and, you know, starting as a sort of skinny fat, but more on the fat end of the scale. Without the proper training and nutrition advice, I went from this to this. It just left me looking worse. I was confused and I made no progress for pretty much over a whole year. So a few mistakes is you are doing too much cardio. Long cardio like jogs and marathons. And yes, you know, you look at these runners, these marathon runners, they are slim, but they don't have that aesthetic body. Yes, I'm not saying that cardio is bad. Cardio is very important just for health in general and to feel good and, you know, operate like a normal human being. But especially when you are trying to cut hard and build that nice aesthetic, you know, round V-taper, your priority should be diet and training. You don't need to overdo cardio. Even though it is important, you don't need to overdo it. You don't need to go on runs for hours on end every day, okay? Just do something you enjoy, you know, go out with friends and play some football, go out and walk around the shopping centre or the mall for ages. You can do so much cardio, you can have a good time doing it. You don't have to force yourself and make it unenjoyable. Just integrate it into your life. And yeah, doing too much cardio will just burn you out and pretty much just make you hungrier, so keep that in mind. And also another thing where people go wrong is they stop pushing hard in their sessions because they don't have enough energy. Believe it or not, I've still built visible muscle on this cut, just simply because I just push so hard in the gym, right? I train with intent, I train with the utmost intensity. You just got to push your sets so hard. You know, I time my carbs correctly because when you start getting leaner, you need to be so specific and perfect with your carb timing or your session is just awful, it's just shit. So what I do is I have around 50 grams of carbs with a moderate amount of protein, probably like 30 to 40 grams of protein with like maximum 5 grams of fat, right? I have that as a pre-workout meal, so that can be like chicken and a bit of rice, maybe some potatoes with some vegetables. And I have that about 60 to 90 minutes before my workout. And I also use a lot of caffeine and a lot of pre-workout. Caffeine is a super drug. You need to utilize it. It is so useful. It stunts your appetite, gives you brain power, gives you energy. Just, I don't understand why people just don't use it. It's so good. Obviously, I'm not saying overdo it, okay? But just use it to your advantage. Another thing so many people get wrong is they are just inactive throughout the day. You know, they're sat at their desk, in their office, in their job. You may be in a 9 to 5 or you may be stuck in school, but on your lunch break or in whatever free time you have time to go outside, take some calls, do some work while you are going for a walk. And as soon as I started prioritizing steps, like I'm talking about 8 to 12,000 steps a day, you know, you start appreciating nature a lot more, and just keeps your mind healthy, not just your body. So you need to get outside more. So yeah, that's how people get it wrong. And now obviously I'm going to tell you how to actually cut effectively, how to actually lose weight. So you need to be on a calorie deficit, of course. Go on to ChatGPT, make it so specific. Say I'm 18 years old, 6'2", 175 pounds. I do bodybuild style training 4 times a week, 12 to 16 sets a session, maximum intensity in the low rep range. Literally be so specific with it. Like, no one goes into depth with this, but it is so important. Like, the calorie calculators, they say my calorie maintenance is 3,000 calories. If I start eating 3,000 calories, I will 100% gain a bit of weight. So mine is about 2,700. So for me to lose significant weight, I need to be in a 400 to 600 calorie deficit. Yes, not that steep, okay? You don't need to suffer. Yes, mini cuts can be good, and I will make a separate video on that. However, something that you can actually stick to and see results and feel full and satisfied and be energized is so much more important than crash dieting. That's one thing you've got to avoid, is the crash diets. It's honestly what slowed down my progress when starting. So right now I'm eating 400 calories under my maintenance, so 2,300 calories I'm eating, and with that I can lose 0.5 kg to a kg of fat per week. But obviously that number depends on how many steps I do throughout the week and how active I am throughout the week. But obviously my body is going to slowly adapt to that deficit, making the weight loss, slow down, right? Which is where people get all confused. It's like, oh, why aren't I losing weight even though I'm on a deficit? I'm sorry to say, mate, but you're not on a deficit anymore. That's your body's maintenance now, right? So you need to get outside more. You need to do more cardio. You need to train harder, okay? Because realistically, we don't want to cut down our calories more. We want food and we want to eat as much as we can, but we obviously don't want to get fat. so yeah, they're your two options. Either eat less food, so now push it down to that 600, maybe even the 700 deficit range, okay? Which, it works. It works. It 100% will work. You will lose weight. You will carry on losing weight if you do that. However, it's just a pain. Your sessions will feel shit. You'll feel depleted all the time. So what I recommend personally is just getting outside more and doing more steps. Push that 10k, because honestly 10k steps a day can burn a significant amount of calories. That honestly, it made my weight loss journey so much easier. Now you're on a calorie deficit. Now it's obviously your diet. You need to kill your cravings, okay? Killing your cravings is so important. And the only way to do that, okay, is not listen to the fitness industry with the 80-20 rule. Do not listen to these people. Yes, you can enjoy yourself, okay, but what I find is a cheat meal once a week makes everything so much worse. I'm constantly craving more food throughout the week, and it just leads to binges and slows down the progress, okay? So how can I kill my cravings? How can you actually not crave and have that Domino's pizza once a week? Just a whole food diet. It's just that simple. One ingredient foods. It eliminates cravings. It keeps you full. It's full of vitamins, minerals, and micronutrients. And it just makes you healthier and the process a whole lot easier. I wish I knew this when I started. If this is the one thing that you really just change in your life and take away from this video, it is sticking to a 100% whole food diet. It changed my life entirely, man. Changed my life, changed the way I think, changed the way I functioned, changed my health, changed the way I look, changed my body. It honestly saved my life. Just make your life easier by following a whole food diet, okay? And you will find that you will stop craving these cereals. You will stop craving these sugary foods, these sweets, these chocolates. Like, I don't even think about that anymore. When I eat, I get so excited to eat some steak and eggs. I'm just like, yeah, this tastes so good. Like, you appreciate food so much more because, you're just not frying your dopamine receptors with this bullshit food. You just appreciate things more. So whole food diet all the way, mate. And one other thing about diet is volume eating. It's a very useful tool, and I'm going to create a cheat sheet like I did in my previous video. High volume foods, high volume like plates, which you can make that keep you full, keep you satisfied, that have plenty of micronutrients in and a lot of vitamins and minerals that will just make you healthier. Yeah, pretty much high volume foods are just a lot of food for a low amount of calories. So like certain vegetables, certain fruits like blueberries, vegetables like zucchinis, but they are honestly a cheat code. If you aren't utilizing it, do it, okay? It's so useful, man. So useful. Kept me full through my cut. I never crave anything. I'm never hungry anymore. And keep yourself hydrated, okay? Your body is probably thinking you're hungry when realistically you're just thirsty. Your body's so dehydrated. Get some sodium in you, okay? Get some potassium in you. Get some magnesium in you. Get some minerals in you. Get some vitamins in you. Hydrate effectively and properly. Drink water. Drink loads of water to keep you full, okay? And your cravings will go. You'll feel good, and it will make the process of cutting a whole lot easier. Right, boys, you're one step closer to getting absolutely diced, mate. Let's build that aesthetic physique, and I'll see you boys later.